guys, what's going on? It's everseen here. So in this video, I just wanted to show you guys how I was doing that $0 challenge that I was talking about. And basically, I wanted to be a completely free castle and try and get to C30 as quick as possible, which I did finally get C30. I got C30 probably about a week ago, but I just haven't gotten around to making a video. I basically did it, no money, no gimmicks, I seriously didn't, but the only disclaimer is I did buy Eliana's fund after I hit C30 because, you know, it's like $10 for 140,000 gems. You really can't beat it. Unfortunately, I can't show you guys that because once you buy Eliana's fund, I guess it disappears because I tried looking for it or something, but you can see in the premium mall, I did spend 10 bucks, so there you go. But seriously, I did it for free, guys, and it's not as hard as you'd think. I compiled a bunch of different things that I can explain throughout the video that really pushed me ahead of a lot of people, and I just want you guys to understand that and maybe apply it for yourself, because a lot of people have been asking me, they're like, how are you actually doing it for free? And I'm like, dude, I'm actually playing totally for free, and I'm just abusing all of these different tricks that I've known over the years. And you know, I'll highlight some of them, but there are so many that I don't even think I could put them all in a video. So anyway, I'm gonna get into the video and you'll see all the tips. Alright guys, so the first thing that I want to say is that Ashen Shrine is so underrated, especially for free players, especially people who didn't use farms, which, you know, I did use a little bit of farms, but I'll get into how I used them. I didn't really collect with them, I more so just used the auction house and stuff. So Ashen Shrine, you unlock this at level 16 castle. It's probably the most important thing to do. I actually have a guide on the forum in the game on how to actually play Ashen Shrine. I might do a video in the future on how to play it correctly, kind of just going off of what I put in my guide. But anyway, so you get C16, and then you want to be doing this with, you know, 4 people. You know, we had a strong alliance, so we had guys that like could run through this, like, you know, it was easy. But a lot of people might struggle with it. You know, you want to have your like battle heroes going, you want to have the right troops, but you know, Ashen Path, the resources and the equipment pieces and all the stuff that you get in the beginning, it really puts you ahead of everybody else, because if you're doing this daily, that's, you know, a lot of extra rewards that you need to develop with. So, you know, I had a couple guys in the alliance that kind of carried me through it. So I got to C16, we played normal. Normal's pretty easy, right, like for everybody, but then when you get to difficult, it actually does get a bit harder, especially if you don't have somebody who's using tier 9 infantry or just tier 9 troops in general. So, you know, you get the second level of Ashen Shrine, which is difficult, at C22. So what did I do? I rushed to C22 as quick as I could, and then I was able to run difficult with some other guys in my alliance. That did carry me through it. But, you know, if you're in a new kingdom and you're not in the strongest alliance, like doing Ashen with people, you kind of want to like do that because you're putting yourself at a disadvantage if you're not. I was fortunate enough that people could carry me through it, so that really upped my progress. Like, I'm talking every single day, you know, I rushed as quick as I could to C22, and then now I'm at C30, and Drunk, which is our L2, he's been carrying me through it like every day now, and I get millions of resources, and it's kind of what's keeping me going. So Ashen Shrine, super important. You always want to do this every single day. So you guys know that I was just talking about how I didn't use any farms, which I didn't, and you know, I rarely took resources from people. Our kingdom is kind of peaceful, so I wasn't really able to like plunder a lot of resources from a lot of castles. Basically, like Ashen Shrine pretty much grew me all the way up. But another thing that I did was with a few farm accounts, you know, I played them very seldomly, like maybe like, you know, once or twice a day or something. I would log on, or once every few days, and you know, you passively just get like a bunch of gems and stuff on your farms. And so what I did is I just buy the resources with farms. So like if you go to Home Kingdom Auction, I don't know if I actually bought any of the ones on here, but you can see like that iron that could be also, these are all unprotected if anybody didn't know, and I think a lot of people don't know. I'm probably going to kick myself in the ass for showing people this trick because I use it a lot and I get a lot of good stuff from it. So like, I think I got like 30 million lumber one night of just bidding and bidding and bidding and getting, you know, 2 of the 5 million lumbers for like 3,000 gems each time. So if you were to buy those, outright in the store, right? Like if I go to the store here and I want to buy the 5 million lumber, for one of them, it's 9,000. So in order to buy two of them, the correct amount of gems is actually 18,000, but there's no way in hell that I would buy anything. I wouldn't even buy them for over like 7,000 gems, just because it's a lot of gems for just resources, right? Like resources are kind of the easiest thing in this game. But like for me, I could just use these farms, like these accounts that I don't even really use, and just bid and bid and bid, get all these resources, open them up in my bag, and then just plunder with my main castle. So that's what I did kind of to get like a bit of stuff. It's kind of like lazy farming, if would say, but it's a pretty good trick. Not a lot of people do it, so, and if somebody's actually trying to do this on their main castle, spending a bunch of gems for just resources, they probably like they're just wasting their gems in general anyway, but like it's probably hurting them to get bid up a bunch, so they will most likely just let it go to your farm. So it's a good tip there to anybody, but I'm hoping that nobody starts doing this in my kingdom because I really like this trick. Alright guys, so there's a lot of traps in Rise of the Kings where like, people might upgrade heroes that don't matter, like upgrading like a bad hero, like let's say Gazanfire, which is just not a good hero to have. You don't even want to level him up at all. He doesn't give any hero bonds, stuff like that. So there's traps like that, especially like people buying Faceless Knight instead of Gideon, which is kind of a mistake because, Faceless Knight, let's face it, he's not as good as Gideon. So the money spent to Gideon would be much more worth it in the long run. And like Tournament of Lords, doesn't really have good rewards, and I never focused on it unless you're trying to win for the gold shards and stuff. Like it's not worth it. Like if you can't win first place. And I'm not really spending, so I'm definitely not going to get first place. So what I did instead is I focused on this little event here that's called Fast Castle Development. So this is kind of a newer introduced event. I haven't actually played through a kingdom with it, but it comes every single week on, I believe, a Tuesday. And every single time it comes now, I do it to the fullest because you get so many good rewards from this. Like, look how many troop speeds I get, level 3 jewel chests. There's basically like 3 different tiers of this event, and it goes by castle levels, I think. So, once you get C30, I think it changes to this one. But when I was C26, it was like hero potions, skill books, resources, and then when I was even weaker, there was another tier, which I can't really remember. I think it was a lot of equipment pieces and stuff. So, for the orange shards and the resources and all that one, I did that one probably twice. And, the best thing to ever do is to use resources to upgrade your castle, which you have to do regardless anyway, right? Like, we all need to upgrade. But if you can upgrade and get resources back, then that kind of just snowballs you ahead of other people, you know what I mean? So like I got these, I don't have any in my bag right now, but these purple resource things, if you can see up near the top there. So I get like 600 of those, I think, from a full castle development event, or like 300. I can't remember the number, but anyway, it's a lot of resources to come back to you just for upgrading your castle. And on top of this, like today I did a fast castle development. I basically just started upgrading my siege works and my archer building. So basically what I did was I won power boost. I didn't actually win it, but I got, I believe, yeah, rank 2 on power boost. So you can see just from upgrading like I normally would at an off time where people normally don't upgrade, I get a bunch of free stuff just for doing it. Because today, Tournament of Lords, it's collecting resources. It's not really a development day, and a lot of people wait to upgrade during the Tournament of Lords stage, which I don't because I got lucky day. So I got my lucky day for building, and I took advantage of it, and I upgraded everything that I could to get free castle development. So what I do is I upgrade in bulks. So a lot of people, what they would do is they get some speeds, they speed their stuff, they might hit the next level, then they start upgrading again, they use all their next like days speeds up in one day. But what I do is I used all my speeds today or yesterday or whatever on this event, but now I don't use any speeds. I save them for a week, and then by the time I get to the next week, I have a big bulk like bag of bunch of speeds and I just splurge on everything and just get all of these free rewards essentially. Like that's what you want to do is you want to snowball yourself ahead and ahead and ahead. So that's like a lot of people ask me like how to get C30 so quick, and this is how. Because if I'm upgrading, I'm already spending less resources from Lucky Day, but on top of that, I'm also, you know, getting resources back from this event. So really good event. Pay attention to this one for sure. So I hate to do this, guys, but I'm actually going to split this into three videos because if I can fit it all in three videos, because there's so much information and I also ramble on quite a bit. I have to go off on tangents sometimes to just get my point across to the fullest. And I'm also just a really bad speaker, so I tend to ramble on a lot, which I'm doing right now. So I just want to say thanks for watching. I didn't have very much information in this video, but I will in the next ones. There's a couple tips in here that were definitely useful, especially for the newer players, but I'll kind of make it a little bit of a series just to show you guys. I want to be very transparent on how I actually got C30 for free, and I don't really want to hide too much just because, there's a lot that you can learn from watching me play, especially when I've played for like 3 years. Like I've ironed out all the mistakes and stuff like that. So um, anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and thank you for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe, do all that great stuff. My Discord link's down in the description, and yeah, I'd hope if you guys could join, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.